know you're somewhere.
Hi Virgo, welcome to my channel. My name is Kim. Today, Virgo, you guys got two animals, but I took them because I think that there's like a common theme here. And you have whale and dolphin. And there's just something similar about them. Obviously, they're both in the sea, duh. But yeah, I feel like there is a direction that they're both headed in, right? Normally, they're both headed in the same direction. They're both going like this way. But what's interesting is that we have the dolphin going backwards, right? And for some reason, I think that that's significant because I feel like if you're not trusting, then you're going to go backwards. Okay, so like, let's just say, it's reminding me of this story in the Bible, which I know is like super weird, but there's a story in the Bible of Abraham who like, they tell him like, you have to sacrifice your son, right? Abraham's like, well, I'm pretty sure it's Abraham. I'm not even like 100% sure. I'm not looking it up though. I think that it's Abraham, and it's basically, the story is like he has a son and they're like, you have to sacrifice your son now. And he's like, but I only have one son. I don't have any other kids, or I don't have any other sons at least. And he's like, no, you have to sacrifice it. Like, that's what God wants. God wants you to sacrifice him. And then he takes his son and he is about to like kill him basically. And an angel comes and like stops him and is like, yeah, we were just testing your faith and testing, how much you trusted. But you don't have to kill him. Like, it was just all a test to see like if you were a firm believer, some crazy shit, right? And why I'm getting that with this is like, if you don't trust, let's just say like you moved out into the mountains, right? You moved into the wilderness, you moved out like very far, you changed your job, you changed everything in trusting. And then there's like something that kind of triggers you and you start to be like, okay, I'm crazy. Why did I move from here to here? Why did I not, like you can literally start to question yourself and go crazy and be like, oh my God, I made a terrible mistake, right? And I feel like some of you guys are in the path of like, you're headed in a direction and then all of a sudden you just turn around, you're like, I must have made a mistake. I must have been crazy. What the fuck am I doing? And the divine is trying to tell you here that block, this is just a block in the way. Like, you not trusting 100% within yourself is the true test right now, right? Like, the true test is how much do you trust yourself? You know what I mean? That's what the test is here. How much do you trust yourself? Because I feel like everyone's getting the snake, and the snake I think is actually a positive card in this deck. The snake is like leading us in, it's putting us in a different energy, and I like the energy that the snake puts us in. It's in a primal energy, in a sensual energy, in like a very good energy. But you seem to be like almost there and then turning back. And the real climb here is trusting yourself. Like, let's just say again, you left the city, you moved into a country house, you left your family, you're like, I'm doing this and that, I'm eating vegan now, I'm growing my own crops, and then it's like one day you wake up and you're just like, what the fuck am I doing, bro? Like, I just want to go to Starbucks and get like a coffee. I just want to go to McDonald's and get a Big Mac, and I just want to have my 9 to 5 and not have to wonder where my paycheck's coming, or if I'm going to get paid, or if I'm going to be able to feed myself, or if my crops are going to grow, and if I'm going to like have enough to eat. And the seitan fucking tastes like shit, and I'm just tired of the shit. And I feel like they're telling you right now, like, it's okay to have these conflicts, like these inner conflicts within, of telling yourself like, wow, you must have been crazy to do this. You know what movie you guys should see, and you're gonna love it, and you're gonna literally thank me, because she literally does the same thing in this movie like 100 times. And that's the energy I feel you guys in. Under the Tuscan Sun. If you guys have seen that, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. And if you haven't seen that, watch it. It's about this woman who leaves she lives in New York City, and she finds out like her man's cheating on her, I think, and she just moves to Italy. Like, she sees this house and she like gets this feeling and she just does it. And it's all this like impulsive energy, right? Like, she's just being spontaneous and impulsive. And then all of a sudden she's like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, I just moved to Italy, right? Like, I don't even think she speaks Italian like 100%. And she's just kind of like, what am I doing here? And what you guys don't get, and what she didn't get at that time, is like that spontaneous movement, right? That movement within, that fire within, that just like told her impulsively to buy that house. The feeling that she got in that area, like, again, everything that she just felt was the right thing. Like, her being spontaneous and like not making a plan necessarily, just being spontaneous was always the right thing for her to do. And that was her trusting in herself. But like, again, you can always look at yourself and be like, why the fuck did I move to Italy? Why am I out here? You guys have to see the movie. It's hilarious. That's literally you guys right now. Like, I just see you guys like contemplating, like, what did you do? And I'm here to tell you, like, you just have to keep trusting. You're headed in the right direction. And I know Virgo likes to have a plan. Virgo is the earth sign. Virgo like needs to feel like the plan is working. So I feel like that's definitely the feeling right now for you guys of, I need to turn back, and they're telling you not to. Okay, so let's pull some more cards. Virgo, I don't know where you guys are headed. I feel like everyone's headed in a different direction that's new to them, but it doesn't matter. The reading will go for everybody the same way, which is to trust yourself. Okay. So Virgo, I don't think this is going to be a long message, because it's exactly what I was saying in the meditative session. Like, we have these 4 cards here. I think this is to reiterate in your mind where you were coming from. Like, you miss your old cycle, or you miss where you were. Again, it's like that person who moves to a farm and they're like, I miss my frap, I miss my clothing stores right around me, I miss my Home Goods, my Target. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know why I moved here. And I don't know where again, it could just be figuratively, like you moved, you changed jobs, or you moved wherever it is that you went, right? When you had that choice, I see you left something behind. You were like, okay, this is too much work for me. This is a burden at this point. This is not right. You had a feeling to move, okay? Initially, in that dark time, or whatever this was. And I'm telling you that you were right. We had the Ace of Cups in reverse with the 2 of Cups in reverse. So you might have moved away from a person. Same thing as under the Tuscan Sun. Like, she finds out someone's cheating on her, and like literally we have integrity in reverse. So maybe that's something that could have happened to some of you guys. I'm sorry if that's true, if that did happen. But what I'm getting here is, like, this cycle was not meant to, you were not meant to remain here, right? Like, why would you want to remain where cups are spilled, right? So you sensed that, and you moved, and you did the right thing, right? When it came to that choice that you had to make, you made the right choice. And I see here, this choice that you made didn't involve your ego. It didn't involve like you saying, let me get this person back. Let me work really hard in getting them back, or let me post on social media and show them what they're missing. Like, I just feel like you literally just detached yourself from this negative energy, this time that you just don't want to remember, and you put an end to it with the world and death. Like, you literally just were like, okay, that's it. This is it. And I think in you doing that and making this choice to move into a new direction, it also, I think, affected your ego. Because I don't think it was something that you would have typically done, right? I think typically you would have like gone back to your ex, or typically you would have fallen into old habits, like, okay, I just had a breakup, or this person was cheating on me, whatever. Let me do what I usually do when something bad happens in my life, whatever that is, like a toxic trait that you usually do. I see you not doing that. Again, you did everything right here, Virgo. So what's crazy to me is the fact that you have, right now, this is you, like, again, with the 3 of Wands reverse, you see she's like literally running away. She's like, fuck this, I made a mistake. And I'm laughing because you did not make a mistake. You're starting to build something new here, and it's in the beginning stages, even in your soul, even in your health. Like, everything kind of is in the beginning stages, and I feel like you're going to be better for it soon. But right now you can't see that. It's kind of like when you start building a farm, and you start like, you know, building crops and you realize like you got bit by like a 300 mosquitoes, fertilizer smells like shit, which it is. You're just like not having a great time. It's raining on you. Now you're like outside, you have no food because you said you were gonna grow your own crops. So now you're spending mad dough on organic food, or you can't even find organic food where you're like, I just see somebody struggling so hard right now. Like, and I feel like they're letting you know that you did go the right way. Like you did walk in your truth, and walking away was the best thing that you could have done, because you're about to be hit with that energy of like, you know, we need signs at times from the divine that like we're doing the right thing, right? And that we're heading in the right direction. It's like, am I freaking crazy? Did I like fuck up? Like, should I be back here? Like, can you please let me know? And they're trying to let you know that right now, that you didn't mess up, like you didn't make a mistake, you're doing the right thing. Look at your last two cards, the Sun and Temperance. Like everything will be balanced out soon. Everything is going to like lead to your highest good in this direction that you've chosen in your life. And I just feel like you don't need to freak out anymore, Virgo, because again, nothing is probably going according to plan, and everything right now is a struggle. And I think that's just part of the process, especially when creating something new. Especially, I see this is where you are at right now in the Three of Pentacles. So it's something fairly new, right? A 3 is pretty early on. But I think that, again, 3 is really symbolic of spirit to me. And I think that you have spirit behind you. So again, you're co-creating with spirit. You're not like, you're trusting yourself, you know what I mean? You're trusting in what you think and what you feel. And there's nothing wrong with that. I think what's wrong right now is you doubting yourself and thinking you're crazy, but you're not. And I just wish I could give you a hug, because I feel you so much on this energy, trust me. Yeah. Virgo, I love you guys so much. Let's pull some advice. Everything's gonna be okay. Okay, Virgo, keep trusting in yourself, trusting in the direction that you chose. I think something really beautiful is gonna come your way very soon to like show you and to prove to you that you did move in the right direction. Okay, so let's pull some advice, Virgo. All right, guys, I'm going to read a little bit from the book from Bridget, just because I feel like this is exactly what you're going through. And I feel like that's why you have two divine feminines here. So Bridget, the goddess of the eternal flame. I am an eternal flame, and each day my light grows brighter. There's that moment when you're making your way through the dark, and suddenly, after what feels like days, months, or even years, a ray of light comes through to you. A lightning happens. Each step isn't quite as hard to make as the one before, and you feel a great shift begin, as if now you're headed towards something new, something even brighter. Bridget is the essence of that first flame, that first ray of light. Bridget reminds us that the darkness never lasts. Again, I feel like if you can see here, as she's walking, she seems like she's walking into like even a different dimension with like all the types of light around her. It kind of feels like, you know, when you see heat come up, you can kind of see like a mist around the heat, or like some sort of fog. I don't know what the word is, but you can see many different layers here of like the light around her, kind of creating like a halo. And I think that you're leaving how do I explain this? If someone eats like McDonald's every day, right, and you take it away from them, they're gonna hate you, right? Because they're gonna be like, why are you taking away my McDonald's, right? Like, you're trying to kill me? Like, you're taking away my McDonald's? And this person can have like, you know, diabetes, heart problems, like literally be falling apart. And you're like, I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to do what's best for you. Like, just chill, like relax, right? And this person's like adamant about the fact that McDonald's is what they love and McDonald's is the best thing for them, et cetera, right? But if you knew what was best for someone, you would try to help them, even if it would be really difficult. And I feel like that's you and your higher self right now. You're like struggling. Parts of you are like struggling to keep going. Parts of you just want to go back to a time, to revert to old things that you know, because it's comfortable. Keep going in the uncomfortable, because I feel like that is, you're truly headed down the path that you should be headed down, Virgo. And I'm getting with Our Lady of Guadalupe, the Empress of Protection. I'm safe and divinely protected. I'm held in love at all times. The divine just wants you to know that like they're really there to help you and protect you. And if you need help during this journey, like to ask them, to talk to them. Even in Under the Tuscan Sun, she keeps talking to the divine. Like she has like these conversations. She's all alone in this house, so she's having conversations with like the divine a lot of the time. And there's a lot about signs in that movie, which I think is really beautiful. And I just think that it would be a really good, if this reading is connecting to you and you're feeling a little lost right now, I really think that movie could help you guys, because it's like probably something so similar to what you're going through. Maybe not in the same exact way, but yeah, like she was literally in a very dark place and just did something spontaneous. And I think that's, if you guys maybe are on the brink of making that choice, like everyone has a different timeline right now. So if you're on the brink of like making that decision for yourself, be spontaneous, being like that primal energy of like just kind of knowing what you want and feeling it out. And if just something feels right to you, go in that direction, okay? And that's why I feel like you guys got dreams because I think that you're headed towards your dreams, whether you know it or not. Like you being uncomfortable for now is definitely going to be worth it, because you're going to have everything that you desire, everything that you dream. And even though it reminded me of that saying, not all who wander are lost, like I think you're kind of wandering here, and you're doing things on your own that I think a lot of people would think you're crazy for. And I think honestly, I just wish we were friends, because I would love to see what you're going through and talk to you, because I feel like I've been through similar shit in my life. So I'm just really proud of you, Virgo. I hope that this helps, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.